to Backer Pause. What is Backer Pause? Well, it's when we get judges who are creators to sit down and watch crowdfunding videos that we are proudly advocating for on comicbookadvocates.com. And they hit pause when they lose interest in the videos that we are watching and experience Backer Pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans of the viewers and what works and does not work for their videos. Want to be a judge? Are you ready to play? Welcome to Backer Pause. All right. Hold on one second. I got one more thing for you to watch, and then we're going to get into the last show of the year. Stay tuned. I've got some great guests for you as well. But here, I need you to understand the power of a dollar. Never underestimate the power of a single dollar. Just one single dollar can help make dreams come true. Every dollar is a declaration of support and belief. It helps the creators and the teams behind the book. Just $1 helps create new worlds and keeps creators creating. And if you're going to be creating something on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, get Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly-Rosing and Christy Shin. It is an amazing book that will help you navigate the ins and outs of crowdfunding. All right, and a disclaimer just to make sure everyone's ass is covered. Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised. Here we are, kids. We started the year as Kickstarter Pause. We ended as Backer Pause. I am your announcer voice, Mr. Anderson. We're going to introduce you for the first time ever. We have a first-time Kickstarter champion in 12 hours. 12 hours, Meredith slayed the beast, knocked the hell out of it, and it's a novel. Novels are not easy, kids. Novels are one of those ones that we see struggle, and we got Michael, who's taking over the news on Fridays. He doesn't have to do it this Friday because he's probably going to be hungover with the rest of the world because Friday, of course, is our first day of 21. Super excited. We'll have more news about that. But right now, it's time to get to the Backer Pause end of this. But first, let's introduce our guest. And with Meredith, we actually get to play her video right after she's done introducing herself. So go ahead, Meredith. Tell them who you are and what you have going on. Big news.
All right, you guys. I'm Meredith Logren. I am the associate editor over at Geek Insider, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast. I am one of the founding five of Terraform Comics, and we have a lot of exciting things that are happening over there. So make sure that you head over to terraformcomics.com and give that a like and sign up for the newsletter or the mail list. The mail list will be ramping that up pretty soon. I've also got a Kickstarter happening right now, as Rob was saying. I'm still sitting here in disbelief on how well it went, and I want to thank everybody who went out and supported that. It is the Compendium of Dread. It is an anthology of flash fiction that I have compiled and written over the years, and there's a story behind that, but I'm going to pass the mic to C. Michael so that he can introduce himself as well.
Well, before Michael does it, let's watch the video without interruption because she's the guest today. It's like a 20-minute video. You guys are going to have to buckle in.
Yeah.
Very, very long video. But and Michael, I'm sorry, no pause. No pause. This is it. 20 minutes. Go get coffee, guys.
Welcome to the Compendium of Dread, an anthology of dark fiction that encompasses crime, horror, the paranormal. Your perceptions of the world around you may forever be changed.
Such a fan of QRC codes. I'm such a nerd. I own it. I am a nerd.
Longest 20 minutes of our life.
Longest 20 minutes, right? And I love the titles. Come out and play with me. That's just dirty, and I like it.
Oh, wow.
The lady,
the video gave me goosebumps, so that's a good sign.
right? Like Meredith sent that to me, and she's like, "Give me your honest opinion." So of course, the first thing I said is, "That's the worst thing I've ever seen."
Yeah, I was just like, "Rip it to shreds, Rob. Rip it to shreds." And then I showed my husband, and he's like, "I think I'm afraid of you."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's so good. I can't make
laugh.
fun of it." You know, the worst thing is when you can't rib your friends because there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, "Can we go watch Moten's video again?" I tease Moten. He's not here, but I tease Moten. I tease him. And then we got Lady of the Inlet, the Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan sounds very bad.
It is.
That never goes well. And Paul stops to help another driver during the late night hour. Oh boy, Paul's in trouble. What happens next is shocking.
Nobody will help anybody ever again.
Now let me ask you a question. Has anyone ever written that someone stops to help someone and then winds up trying to murder them, but the other person was also trying to murder them, and it's like a Jason versus Freddy thing that starts off?
Ooh.
And at the end, it's a buddy cop movie with both of them dead. There you go, kid. Go have fun. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I know a lot of people are like, Christmas is over. No, we have another one January 7th. My family celebrates. So there. I get 2 Christmases. It's like Hanukkah without the in-between. Everyone's like, what's he talking about? I'm all excited. No idea. It's a good day, but I'm super excited. Meredith texted me last night. She's like, I can't believe it funded. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I was like, I told you it's going to fund the first day. I told you when to do it. And she's like, no, it funded. And I was like, yes, people like you. They really, really like you.
No, the crazy thing is yesterday, when I was putting the campaign together, I was waffling between a $500 goal and a $750 goal. And the reason why I was doing that was because I've been doing my research as far as what works, what I like in a Kickstarter, what I look for. Backer Pause has been instrumental in helping me put this together. So when I was doing that, and I heard all of the things like graphic novels are difficult. They rarely fund. They do, all of the negative aspects of it. I was like, oh man, what the hell am I doing here? So I said, I felt like 500 was maybe a little too low. Like I needed to suffer a little bit more, and I would be lucky if I had 10 people jump on it. And when Nita got on Instant Messenger and said, "You funded, girl, you funded," I was just like, "Get the hell out of here!" I'm like, "Shut the hell up," because I didn't want to look. I was sick to my stomach all day long.
I don't know how you didn't look. With every Kickstarter I've ever done, for the first day, every hour, like an idiot.
I only looked when people sent me messages. They were like, "Holy crap, girl!" It's just like, okay. I need to go for a walk or I'm gonna puke.
Yeah, it is always one of those. But you've done so much for the community. I told you I'd say I was honest. I said you're not going to get 10 grand out of this. There's just no way with the novel. But I was like, you'll make your 500 in a day or two. Get around 1,000 to 2. That's where you want to aim. Keep going. Try to cross promote with other people. Because here's the cool thing, guys, about this project is this is going to launch comic books.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be like your starting point. I've never really seen someone do that. I was thinking of something similar early in the year, collecting all of my work. Then I found out how much it would be for an editor. So just have someone go through and edit that book. It was like, wait, and then I'd have to have it re-edited when it became a comic. So you have to switch formats for a comic. I'm like, maybe I'll just make comics for now. We'll see. Maybe I'm trying to date an editor now. So if you're a female editor, I'm all open to it. I need some benefits. I need friends with benefits. So I give the sexy, you do give the editing. It never works for guys. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the idea, though, to take a bunch of these stories. There are 4 stories in here right now that are in various forms of complete with scripts. And then the one story, The Dying, it's got 8 pages of art already done. I committed to that. I wanted to make sure that I was invested in it, and hopefully the community knows that. And so anything extra after these books are delivered, it's going straight to art and making more books.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's let Michael introduce himself.
Hey, I'm C. Michael Lanning. I'm an independent artist working with certain comic companies like Silverline and pretty soon some Terraform stuff. You can always find me on Wednesday Night Wham on the Silverline stream. And of course, you can find me right here on Fridays as the co-anchor for ComiX Newswire. So check that out. And if you see my face, that means it's the weekend, except for today. That just means it's the end of the year. So back to you, Rob.
All right. So here we go. Oops. We're not showing the screen. I'm trying to get us to our first one. Oh, this is new, actually. We're going to be doing this going forward. Last year, we tried to integrate previews. So I wanted to figure out a way to do it. I'm also going to let you guys into a little secret, those of you who watch this all the time. Starting in 21, I will no longer admit live on a camera that Bobby Gregory and Rob Anderson are the same person. I actually went through my profile today for Bobby Gregory and eliminated all pictures where you could see my face or any of my tattoos. It's more so about Jax and different things. I'm hidden in a few. Like some people will see it. It looks like a random guy's in the picture because it's like a bigger picture, but it's actually me. But my back is turned. So I'm trying to have fun with it. Like Bray Wyatt doesn't admit that he's the Fiend and treats him like a totally different person. That's what I'll be doing in 21. So you guys get into that little magic behind the scenes. I'm going to go kayfabe with it throughout the whole year of 21, never breaking character. And whenever I am him, I'm actually going to be wearing the mask. So it's going to be an interesting year. You'll see him pop up on the different shows. I even had to remove videos. I didn't realize how many videos I had kind of done as Bobby Gregory because for a time I was trying to do both. And I hadn't figured out how to get around it. And now I know with the mask and the character bringing to life moments. I don't know if you can call it cosplay. It feels like cosplay got dirty this year with OnlyFans.
Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe so.
It's a kid's book. I don't know if I want to call it cosplay. Cosplay is like, oh, what's your OnlyFans? But one of the things we're going to be integrating and going forward on this show, we're going to talk about what's in previews. So we're going to take the different creators who are in previews. So Bobby Gregory is in previews this month with Scout Comics' Scoot new imprint with Cat Dad and Supermom and Elefart Never Forgets. That's January 211523. The reason we're integrating it into this one, by the way, is it makes sense. This is crowdfunding.
And congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll pass it on to Bobby Gregory.
But it's great.
Thanks, announcer guy.
But it's great to see, you see somebody put so much hard work behind something and go out there and crowdfund it and just successfully crowdfund it and then get picked up because Scout is coming up as one of a big time comic company. Constantly, I'm seeing stuff all over Facebook of Scout Comics coming out with new stuff. So that's saying a lot.
They're making moves. They're definitely making moves. And again, some of this crowdfunding that we do leads to these moments in previews. Some, like Michael's saying, like you crowdfund it and suddenly you get picked up by a publisher. That happens a lot. So that's why we're integrating the two. Plus, we want to, I heard comic book shops a lot this year talk about how we're not trying enough in comic book industry to help them. And my first knee-jerk reaction was always, screw them. When have they ever been there to help creators? And that is the wrong way to look at it. Honestly, coming through the whole year, I've kind of gotten to the point because we've all been rejected by a comic book shop. But we can't get stuck in that anymore. We have to get to a different gear. So this is also to help comic book shops see not only what's on Kickstarter, but what's in previews. So I'm inviting them. I'm not going to change the world, but even if we get 5, 6, 7 more friendly shops out of it in 1 year, and then the next year we get 5, 6 more, 7 more friendly indie creators, the independent creators, then it's worth it. And, that's why, and I still believe the comic book shops have to evolve or die, and they have to come in and play with us. They have to interact with us as creators, but we have to let all hurt feelings go away. Understand that comic book shops do the best they can. And if we get rejected, just take it as it is. Because the minute you're in a publication, let me tell you, suddenly there are shops who are like, you want to come do a signing? Out of nowhere, and sometimes that's just the nature of the beast. And you have to understand it. It comes with leveling up. And I'm not saying it's fair. Trust me, I'm not saying it's fair. But we have to be realistic in this journey. And we have to do it together. And we can only do it together if we're not trying to kneecap each other. We're all part of the industry. Comic book shops, creators, even fans. Fans are part of this industry. So this is also about bringing the fans more things. By the way, if you're a fan watching this, what you do is you go to your local comic book shop or call them. I know some places are closed right now or under sort of quarantine status. So call them up, tell them the code, which for my book, for Bobby Gregory's book, is January 211523. And tell them to order it for you. This doesn't come out till March 24th. So you order it now, you get it in a few months. Just like almost exactly like Kickstarter. You back it today. Like our whole thing today, the whole name of our backer pause is that, hey, back it today, get it in 21, That's just what it is,
Yep.
If you think about it, you back it in 20, you get it in 21. That's just the reality of the situation. And for some creators, it might even mean that you get it in 22. But I will give credit to the few people I know out there, and one of those people is Silverline. Silverline delivered all year. I had a bad package, and I showed it to Roland, and Roland's like, I'm so sorry, I'm going to get you a new one. I'm like, no. I was like, if you want to give me a new book, wait till we see each other again. I'm going to go chew the post office out. Because this was a guy bending it and, being a jerk, so...
Right.
All right, so here we go. Our first video. I know we're talking a lot today, but there's not a lot to go through, and it's the last one of the year, so bear with us. And people, you tune in to hear us talk shit, so let's be honest. You guys like it. All right, so he does now have a video. I didn't put it on our site for because it was still no video. We found out last week he had a video, and I dragged it down. So here we go. This is a video. Remember to raise your hands because I can't see you. Once we start playing, or I can see you in the bottom screen, but no one else will be able to see you, and I can't hear you unless you unmute yourself and say pause. You can do that too. Odin did that last week when we had a video that was running away. It would not end, and it was this video. So I'm warning you right now, if you're hitting pause, it might just be a possessed video. We're going to find out right now. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. My name is John Daniel Tittle IV. I'm the owner and operator and head writer of Top Secret Press. I'm here to talk to you about Betty Wicked 5. Betty Wicked 5, we've been doing pretty good. This video is a little late, so I should have done it in the beginning, but we're about 2 weeks into it now. We're close to our goal. We're not far off, and I'm hoping we can hit a couple stretch goals, too. We need your guys' help to do that, though. You got to back us, get the word out, and do what it takes. We've got 3 great covers. I'm sure you've already checked them out. Raphael's cover is really great. He never fails on us. He always does a good job. Anyway, back us. Help us get through with Betty Wicked 5. We're not far from it, and I know you guys can help. Thanks.
Well, you made it through this time. That's Betty.
Yeah. Okay, what is it about?
It's don't be. Yeah,
That's
I've never heard of it. I'm glad that they're at number 5, but I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, especially if it's a number 5. Yeah, and this is a big problem we saw all year, and I guarantee it's going to continue. This will continue. I think this is live until the 21. Yep. So that now it continues into the new year where people aren't inviting a new audience. They expect you to just be a fan. They're talking directly to their fans. It's not what Kickstarter is for, guys. That's what your personal page is for. Kickstarter is for the new audience.
Right.
You have to invite the new audience. So that is always a suggestion we give on this program.
And then when you see number 5, that draws you in to want to know what it's about, because obviously if you get number 1, you know that the story is continued. But if I don't know what it's about, I might be too far behind. I mean, is there... Yeah, I wish you would have said a little bit more about what it was about.
Yeah, Meredith?
I agree. It's one of those things where if there's a series, if there's more than one, I like a little backstory. Tell me what it's about so that I can take a look at this, and then maybe if I'm interested, I'll go back to the earlier issues and seek those out, or ask the creator some questions. But I mean, the reason why I didn't raise my hand was because I was waiting for that information.
And it's a shorter video, so I mean,
And it's a short video. I didn't know it was a short video.
but I'll be honest with you. I'll be real honest. That music in the beginning would make me hit pause. Like one day when every so often I become the judge and I play the judge part, and you guys see how quick of an attention span I have because I do it. I'm fair. The minute I lose interest, if the music bothers me, I lost interest. I pause. I don't play favorites. I've done it to friends. And I'll even say, okay, can we start playing the video again? Because I do want to see the end of it. I just wanted to mention that right now I paused it for this reason. Because sometimes your openings are horrible. Like, why are you telling me your top secret press? It does not matter to me. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the comics. Save it to the end of the video. That's a polite thing. We have to get that in this industry to understand. We don't need to start our videos with a 5-minute introduction to who we are.
Yeah. Well, can I answer this question? When he's admitted that this video was a couple weeks late, that puts me on guard right away, me personally, because it's like, well, if you're late with this when you're coming with the marketing, how are you doing on your fulfillment of books?
It's true. So that's a solid point. Plus, why would you even admit to it?
Yeah,
like,
that's
no sense. Because now a week later, are you still late? Or are you in the middle? It also makes me feel like maybe you're having trouble funding. Yeah. So you were having trouble funding because you thought you didn't need a video, and now suddenly you put a video. You know, there's a lot that makes your mind race. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. I don't like to, when I'm just the announcer voice, I don't like to point things out. I let it be you guys, but that's an excellent point and something I noticed as well. Did you notice that, Meredith? Did it bother you when you heard that?
It didn't bother me, but I was wondering why that was in there. That didn't need to be in there.
Yeah. I think he was trying to come off as being human, but it came off as being kind of slacked and not really up on what he needs to be doing.
All right. And this is John Daniel Taylor and Silver Spatio's Betty Wicket 5, live on Kickstarter. Got to give love to the art. The art looks
it looks great.
It looks amazing. You guys should definitely check it out. Not everyone's great at the videos, you know. So hopefully, like Meredith had said, and I have to make a video of people saying that. Like, a lot of people say that Backer Paws really has leveled people up with making videos. We should do like like one of those master courses for free on all the things that we've just noticed that are wrong, just to let everyone know, hey, these are the things we're seeing. Don't fall into these pit holes. So here we have Jonathan Hedrick's Recount number 3, which is in Scout Comics. This is January code 211519. This is the 3rd issue of the ongoing series, which hits in March. If you've already been checking it out, it's definitely interesting and well-timed considering what we've just gone through in America. But it's a good political comic. I got to somehow I had a preview. I don't know if it was he did it or I saw it online or there was just a little bit of it. It looks interesting. Good art. Definitely worth a look. And he's actually on Kickstarter now with Capable 1 through 3. Again, I don't know if people need to put the 1 through 3. I will say that the 1 through 3. I mean, I ask this every week, so I'm going to ask you guys. This has become a point with me. Have you guys ever seen a Kickstarter where they didn't offer a back issue?
Where they didn't offer one?
Yeah. If it was like issue number 4 and they're like, sorry, you can't get 1, 2, and 3. Fuck you.
No, I can't say I have. I've seen it where it was accidentally not offered, but when somebody brought it to their attention, they placed it in there. But no, I haven't seen it. You would want to do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even Jonathan's fault. This is now something that's become somewhat of a standard, admitting that you have earlier back issues. I don't know where it started. It doesn't help. It actually makes it a little clunky because now you're like, wait, am I helping you crowdfund all 3 books?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, keep your title for what you're crowdfunding. Don't confuse the audience.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you, it's someone out there who figured out if they make it sound like they're crowdfunding for more than 1 issue, they can make more money. Which is disingenuous, and I'm not a huge fan of doing it.
The title itself here is a little bit confusing. Yeah. Capable 1 through 3, an accessible comic book series. So, okay, I guess he is crowdfunding the series, or did he really mean that he wants to focus on 3?
Well, we have had
And-
1 and 2 already on the show, so
Right.
this is just about 3. And I never even noticed that. It should be a comic book series about accessibleness. Like it is a little
Accessibility?
Yeah, I guess.
No,
an
because
accessible comic book series sounds like you just find it, and I know he means more by it.
yeah. I mean, there are problems with the title, and again,
But the
it was
pitch
just
is
one of those things where you have to go in and say, okay, what exactly is he crowdfunding? Is it the entire series? Is it the 1 through 3,
Well,
or
you know.
did he really want to focus on the third one?
In all fairness, we're always doing the whole series. We're always trying to catch up with the class.
Right. But the focus is, by having so many questions, a lot of people, it's laziness. People want simple. What am I going in here for? And if it is book 3, I wouldn't even need to know it was book 3. Just give me the title.
That's fair.
Sell me on the title, and then go in there and then tell me about your back issues.
I know there's a growing trend to not number your book. That's begun in the independent thing. I like that.
Yeah.
I like going by chapters. We're all heading towards a trade. You can put it on the front cover of a comic and tell people where to get the past stories. It's worked for decades with novels where they don't have a continued name or that on it. So I could see that. But I like the elevator pitch. What if one day everyone with disabilities gains superpowers? Would they be good or would they be evil? That is a good pitched elevator. Yeah. And I think it's because like we were talking about, he has to start with this new standard for the industry where you're talking about doing your past issues. It affects you. Because I know I've been in rooms where people are telling people this is the way to do it. No, this is what works. And it doesn't work. I see the same creators who have been doing what they've been doing for a long time, having issue number 10 come out, and they're just talking about issue, like to Meredith's point, focusing on what's there.
Right.
And it says in the thing, oh, don't worry, we have all the best issues you'll ever need. We cover it. But it says it in the text of it and not that. Because like Meredith says, you don't want to trip someone.
Right.
You don't want them stopping and being like, wait, what is this about? Like, because then you start, that's the wallet moment. When someone's reaching for their wallet and you say the wrong thing and they start reaching back out of their pocket, don't give them the reason.
Right. That you don't have to give them all the information. They can figure that out on their own. But okay, what do we mean by an accessible comic book series? I guess I don't understand that.
I think it's a play on words because it's about people with disabilities, and now access. Like I said, it's clunky. It doesn't work for me the way it's currently sitting in line. It feels like it's missing a step.
Yeah, well, if you drop the numbers, like I think Meredith said, you just had capable and accessible comic book series with the elevator pitch, because I like the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch interests me.
Yeah, I agree.
Or hey, drop that whole part. Just put capable comic book series and have the elevator pitch.
Mm-hmm.
That would work, because I'd want to go find out what capable is.
Yeah, I mean, again, the elevator pitch is great.
Yeah,
I'd be like, okay, yeah, those are good questions. Would I be an evil person, or would I be doing good if I had superpowers and things like that? And it draws you in. It's that funnel that you want.
Yeah, I have a series about it myself. Like, the idea is stunning. I have a series where, and we've talked about it on the show, where a comic goes over the sky and suddenly they're superheroes. But we're superpowered beings. Most of them are bad guys. Because they don't think, especially at first, I think the power would corrupt people, and I think you would see people start to go back to being good, because I think they would stop being crazed by the power and start really seeing the devastation they're doing, because the humanity would shine through. But you give someone powers right away, I think they're going to run towards the evil. I don't know. What do you think, Meredith, after the book you've read?
I don't know. I would be tempted to rob a bank or two.
Yeah, right.
Hello, handlers.
You get teleportation powers. Tell me you're not instantly going to rob a bank. You're going to go in the first day. Can I see your vault? Sure. You come back that night in the middle of the night. Just money.
Well, and I do want to say something else about the title, is that I get a sense that he's comfortable with his audience instead of reaching out to a new audience. So anybody who's been following him knows what this is.
let's watch the video.
Oh, wait, there's a video?
Yeah, we got so like stuck
Sorry.
on the title. And again, I don't blame Jonathan for this because this is now becoming one of those industry standard things that bug me because it's bad practice shared. And we see that a lot in this industry. Before anyone knows it, everyone's doing it. When you stop and ask why, they're like, oh, because you want people to know they have back issues. I was like, does anyone not think there's going to be a back? Like, I'm sorry, if you have a number 3 and they can't get 1 and 2, you just lost a backer 90%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, so here's his video. Same rules apply.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jonathan Hedrick, and I'm the writer and creator of Capable. I'm really excited to be able to bring you the campaign for issue 3 of the series. If you're new to Capable, this is a story about a world when one day people with disabilities gain superpowers that are opposite of what their handicaps were. The newest installment continues to show our main character, Derek, dealing with his newfound abilities while other individuals in his life are slowly discovering that they're changing too. And some of these people may not have the best intentions. I don't want to give away too much, so I hope you'll check it out. And don't worry if you haven't read the previous issues in the series. There's catch-up reward tiers available, as well as a link on the campaign page to read issues 1 and 2 completely free. I hope you'll consider backing this project. Thank you for your time.
See, I like Jonathan.
Yeah.
And he sells it well, you know, and even in a video, it's okay. To be clear, in a video, I think there's nothing wrong with saying you can get, you know, the back issues. Actually, I think it's smart to mention that, especially if you're in a number 3. I just don't think you should name the books. Number the books, sorry. But what did you guys think of the video?
I'm going to say that I like the video with my eyes closed.
You wish there was art.
I wish there was art. And the fact that he's got art behind him, but it has nothing to do with his book.
See, I think the reason behind that is he's letting us know who he is without actually telling us verbally who he is. I think he's trying to give credence to his writing abilities. That's my opinion.
That would be fine if there was at least one image of Capable behind him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I mean, but honestly, you know, again, to close your eyes and just listen, he's carrying you along. So there's a good arc there. And he's telling you what you can have. So, you know, what we were addressing before is as far as the back issues, that's going to be available. Great. But visually, again, it was one of those things. Okay, he's talking about Capable. Where is it? I don't see anything there.
Yeah.
I think
slap
that
up a cover or something.
I think that if you put a giant handicap sign on your back, what you're going to have is a lot of people parking in front of your table, and you don't want that. I could make the joke because I'm crippled. You can't write a letter. I'm allowed to get away with that one because I'm actually
Rob Anderson to HR. We need a discussion.
Say disclaimer.
I'm kind of with Michael and Meredith here. I like that he shows off who he is. That flex, I think, is an important one as a creator. Because, look at me. Not only have I created things, but I'm a professional. I have a setup. This is my thing. But I do agree with Meredith. The setup takes me so far. Even in my video, like you can see, let's see, do we still have it loaded? Bobby Gregory's video. Let's look at what Bobby Gregory did. An all-ages tale that teaches morals with farts and shows the power of imagination that will entertain everyone in your family, including the parents reading the book. Thank you for hitting play and allowing us to introduce you to Cat Dad and Supermom, the award-winning Farts with Morals storytelling awesome adventure that people to Meredith's point. I have Cat Dad behind me. Keep going that way. We use words to try to get you to be excited and convinced to buy it. Rather just be honest. Rather be humble with you and tell you why I created the story. You see that little boy over my shoulder, right over there, and the other side.
Rob, there's a weird echo here.
Let's just kill it for a minute. The point was, you see how it popped up? For those watching, that's what we're talking about. It just didn't stay on me. It didn't stay focused on me. It moved off me, and it went, because your eyes will go, like Meredith was saying, sort of, because now you're looking a little too much in the back, and then Meredith noticed there's no Capable. But if he'd thrown a picture up of Capable, it probably wouldn't have registered with her because she would have been distracted. Oh, here's Capable. So, even if her mind was starting to look for, oh, there it is. So I think it's a fair point on both sides. I think that's why you have to mix it. And again, these aren't easy to do, man. Like, we've gone a whole year looking at all these videos. Sometimes, I mean, as quality, it was a good sounding video. Like you said, no echoes and all that. Those things kind of matter. So I don't know. I kind of okay with the background, but I do think you got to flex with the art. You always have to flex with the art, because if you don't show art, I'm nervous you don't have art.
Well, while he's explaining what it is, it would have been good to see some of the past comic book art.
Or even having it in his hand. Like, picking it up. Picking up a comic is a bold statement. This is the first issue. This is the second. You don't even have to say it, but just holding it. Yeah. Look, these are done. I've done this twice before. This is something just easy for me. You're going to get a third issue. So, and I think that's good. And he says, please sign up to stay notifications. This is probably as it was coming soon, though. We added it when it was coming soon. So, and take a peek of Capable 3. And again, great creator, great energy. You know, I'm always happy to support that. And by the way, Cat Denzer Mom's in previews right now. As we go to his other previews, and we have it up down here. Okay, JD Calderon, our good friend JD. He has the longest videos, but somehow we managed to sit through them. Here we go. This is JD Calderon's 100th crowdfunding campaign. Yes, it's a celebration. Here we go. 100 just this year, by the way.
Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles. And today I'm here to tell you about the continuing adventures of Oswald in Passing Queens and Making Homes, where we find him battling a murderous sorcerer's queen, her daughter, and their armies. We're featuring covers by Jade Gonzalez, plus alternative covers by Donnie H., and sketch covers by Daphne Lage. So please, take a look at the various pledge levels and choose the one that best suits you. Thank you for your time. JD out.
The one thing I don't like is that he says JD out. I know it's a funny moment for some people, but to me, it just sounds like, I'm out. Fuck you.
that didn't bother me.
That's just how I hear it, though. Like, that's a personal thing. Like, it wouldn't stop me from backing it. It's just like, I'm out. Fuck you. I'm out of here. You all suck. Give me money. That's just how I hear it in my head. I can't unhear it. And I'm sure he doesn't mean it that way. It's because it's from a movie. And you know when you get something from a movie stuck in your head and you can never get rid of it? Because it was Dave Chappelle who did it. He's like, I'm out. Screw all you.
Your influences, Rob. I don't know. Plus, I think the fact that you and JD, you can kind of butt heads and have fun with each other, and kind of do that because you used to stomp around the same neighborhoods,
A kid from Queens. What do I know? Huh?
But no, that it was visually appealing, and I mean, I've seen a couple of his other Kickstarter or even Indiegogo videos, and there were times where he was sitting there and you just saw him and maybe some art on the side. This was very visually appealing because it brought in a lot of the different frames and things like that. The music wasn't overpowering. I loved it.
And real quick, just remember to state at the end of the video, there's a free comic book in it for you. Just reminding people that state at the end, we're actually going to have a free comic for everyone, 144-page comic book. All right, but to look at those covers, though. Those covers are insanely beautiful.
I'm telling you, just looking at it, that almost sells it right there. I'm glad I didn't have to see not that I'm not JD Calderon, but that we didn't have to see him to be interested in this. He told us what it was, told us who it was, and he showed that artwork. That artwork speaks for itself.
Yep. And I didn't know he had Miss Piggy in the book. I'm so excited Miss Piggy's there. All right, now in previews, with schools cutting back on art programs, creators like Richard Rivera are stepping up to try to help fill the void. He has released Create a Comic One-Shot. This is something great if you have a kid. It's going to be available at your local comic book store if you call now and tell them that you want Create a Comic One-Shot from Scoot using January's code JAN211524. That's Richard Rivera and Michael Doran. Very good, man. You guys, good stuff to get for your kids. Because again, as parents, it's going to be up to us to have our kids learn music now and learn art. Schools just don't care anymore, and that's bad. I cannot express to you how horrible it is for a child not to have art in their life. Yeah, if you can pay for an art program, do it for your kids. You can get them into music, do it for your kids. If you can't afford it, get them a comic like this. Get them things like Jax doesn't even read yet, and he gets to pull comics off a shelf because I want him used to touching a comic, looking at art. And I saw this article. Stop treating art as if it's not a job. Stop treating it if it's not a profession. Stop treating it like some people who just don't want to be in society. No, those are bikers. Those are bikers. And they sell drugs and guns. They're not selling art, and I'm not judging their lifestyle. It's a choice. But artists are actually people who work, and the artists include writers, letterers, all that. When you tell someone you're a writer or an artist, when do you think you're going to get a real job?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Or they want you to do something for free.
Or
you like doing it, so why not?
Well, I mean, if it's got a back end, it's fine. If you're working with some,
No, I mean, like just somebody that wants you to draw a picture.
No, but I'm saying
like personal. Yeah, I'm not talking.
Yeah, don't do that anymore.
Oh yeah, if they want you to draw it, just be like, sure. Remember that time I came to your store and I bought something? Yeah, same practice here. You didn't pay for it when I went to your store. And again, this year, all the people, because it's usually corporate people who have jobs, who have the 9 to 5. Remember this year, y'all got sent home and told you weren't essential. So let's not forget that ever again. Like, I have anyone come up to me at a con right now and go, well, do you think you can be survived? I'd be like, well, I know that back in 20, I kept working. I kept doing stuff, and now you're buying some of it. So what were you doing in 20? Hiding on Zoom? All right. Enough anger. You're non-essential workers. No, I'm kidding. I kid the non-essential workers. It's just we worked in retail so many years. Now we feel superior to you. Now we're kind of like, oh yeah, that guy you don't want to pay $10 at McDonald's. He's the only one who is still getting you food during the 20s. All right, here's our friend Moden. Oh boy,
Rob, be nice.
I love Moden. This is a soft cover. It's pretty. The art and it's good. It's the very beginning of his video that I can't help but think he's a giant nerd. Here it is. You'll see it right away. It's funny though. I got to give him credit. Like, it made me laugh out
That's
loud.
the Queen's coming out again, Rob.
I know
Play the video.
Look at this guy on the side of the subway.
Sing, O goddess, the rage of Achilles that brought countless ills upon the Achaeans. Many a brave soul did it send hurrying down to Hades, and many a hero did it yield prey to dogs and vultures. Oh, hi there, you must be Kickstarter. I'm Michael Oden, creator and writer of Elysian Fields, and we've got something very special to offer you here today. This past spring, I launched a crowdfunding campaign on the Indiegogo platform for our Zero issue. The Zero issue story brought the mythic hero of the Trojan Achilles to a journey that started in finding peace in the afterlife, only to be brought to an arena where he would fight alongside other heroes at the behest of the Greek lord of the underworld, Hades. With the success of the initial Indiegogo, we were asked by many why we hadn't done Kickstarter. Well, we are listening, and so we are offering Kickstarter a special way to experience not only the Zero issue, but Pyramid Gambit as well. The softbound collector's edition, with cover by Scott Rosamond, collects all 78 pages of story between the Zero issue and Pyramid Gambit, as well as an extensive art gallery ranging from character concepts to variant covers and pinups. The story of the Pyramid Gambit picks up right where the Zero issue left off, mid-clash between Achilles and Gilgamesh. However, Gilgamesh is only the first obstacle, as Achilles will have to learn to work with other heroes, Theseus, Slayer of the Minotaur, and Heracles, conqueror of the 12 Labors, as they face an unbeaten champion, in paperback. Along with the collector's edition, we are offering the 3 main covers of the Pyramid Gambit, as well as some digital options. We hope to see you on the backer list, and thank you again for your interest in Elysian Fields.
Yeah, there's.
I actually had my hand up.
I've been having it up for a while.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Why did you guys have your hands up? I totally missed that. I don't know. Something in my eye today.
I didn't come on here to.
It was it was that rocky music that just got me in awe. I was watching it. How could you not love a guy who starts out, "Oh, hey, Kickstarter"?
I know.
I've been over with my bitch Indiegogo, but now that I'm here with you, baby, it's all about you.
We love you, Michael Oden.
All right, so go ahead, rip into my. We're all co-anchors, so like this is gonna be good. Go ahead,
Meredith.
Okay, I guess I'll start. The beginning was appealing if it was a younger audience. This book is obviously not for a younger audience. The music was compelling. I think it was appropriate to the content. I didn't mind the transitions between seeing him and going to his different artwork and stuff like that. But at some point when I raised my hand, it was because you're telling us too much. If you tell us everything, why should I buy the book?
for the art.
Yeah. Well, I have to say that beginning really set a presence to the whole thing, which made it really hard to keep my hand down at first. But
I think that was my fault though, because I set that up.
Well, if we go, okay, we had the 0 issue. Maybe I don't even know if you'd really the next Pyramid Gambit takes off where 0 issue left off, and he asked. I didn't need to know necessarily. I think what was it, the first one? Then he's got to go fight Gilgamesh or whatever the case was. We didn't need all of that. And so, but the question is, if you're going to come on this and you're going to present, which is obviously a serious book, you don't really want to open it up in a tone that has kind of a playful tone, such as, "Oh, I didn't see you there."
Well, see, now that again, that would be fine if it was an all ages book.
Yeah, he should have.
Because people love to, kids, they love to be read to. I love to be read to.
Right.
But if that was the type of book that this was, I would be all in. But it didn't match.
Okay. In the future, I want you shirt off, blood on you, axe in your hand. Just that's how you start it from now on.
Well, I can't even remember what he was reading from at the beginning.
I thought that was his book this whole time. Is it not? Is it not his book? I never stopped to question that until today. For some reason, I looked at it today. I'm like, wait, how could he have a printed copy? Wait, what is he reading from? Now I'm all curious. Now we have to Moten, if you're watching this, you're called to the backer pause. Moten, to the backer pause. What are you reading, boy? We need to know. We need to know. But again, you know what? It was one of those videos that made me watch. The humor actually connected me to it right away because I think it was a humanizing moment. I think that it made me like him. But I didn't know him, that those kind of little humor things, because he didn't overplay the humor. I think to Meredith's point, if it was an all ages book, you can overplay the humor. But if it's in a more serious book, you get one dry humor moment. And that was kind of a dry humor moment. And that's it. Don't try to go back to the well. And he didn't. So I give him credit. And, he is known for being on Indiegogo. But again, do you want to tell the girl that you're dating that you're also dating another girl? No, you'd never do that. Never admit to that.
Yeah, you kind of come off as, oh, I got money over here on this crowdfunding. We're going to try to take you for some too. So, yeah.
I heard you guys got money. And that's we all know we're here for that. But it's like when you go up to a girl, nice shoes, want to fuck? You don't do that. You don't do that. Don't pay us a compliment and just do us. No. Moan's going to send me such an email today. He's like, why would you do that? But the art is great.
It looks good.
The art's great. He's done a great job of crowdfunding. He really has a great energy. And he makes you like him. Like right away, you kind of like he's got that cute little smile he does when he knows he's being goofy. Like if you catch it, he can't even almost keep a straight. I know there's like 10 takes out there where he thinks he's hysterical for what he's doing. Look at me, a regular Richard Price. You know, I thought it was that got me though. I watched it, and you know, the music I thought was a little off. In all honesty, I think for this it should have been heavier. I think it should have been like drums, like dun 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 dun, dun. You know, like a battle cry almost. I was watching Godzilla. Did you guys watch the Monsters of War?
No.
Okay, it's not important. At the end, it's really not for the point I'm going to make. At the end of it, they have this Godzilla song. Jax loves it, and it sounds like a battle cry song, sort of. And I love those kind of beats. I love the kind of drums and, like, you know, the Viking kind of like go get 'em song. I think that would have been perfect for this. And I think I told him that. I was like, the music choice kind of threw me at first time I watched it, definitely. But this is a great thing. Very energetic guy, builds figures for this, donates to different campaigns. Seriously, the energy this guy's got, this is something worth getting because this kid's going somewhere. One day you're going to know his name, and he's going to be dressed in a toga talking about an interview on a panel at New York Comic Con or something. And I hope he oils up. That's all I'm going to say. Happy holidays from him, too, with a special package. I don't know if this is still going, but you could always ask him. He's a good guy. He might actually help you out. Mm-hmm. And we already did the dreaded
Compendium of Dread.
There we go. Of Dread. But anything you want to add to it, Meredith, while you're here?
No, I just, thank you, everybody who has supported the campaign so far. We are looking towards hitting those stretch goals then.
And this is the Compendium of Dread, Anthology of Dark Fiction, Volume 1. See what lurks inside of Meredith's head. And here we go. This is Omni number 1. What?
I said it's not good. It's quite scary in there.
I know. I've read some of it. So some of it's good, though. She's got a lighter gear. I've seen the lighter gear, but her dark gear, actually, I would say it intimidates me, but I'd be lying. It's probably my playground. I was like, I didn't know you come here. Shoot, we should picnic. Omni number 1. Floyd Miller, comic book nerd, must find the fortitude to thwart the world's greatest foes after being bestowed godlike abilities. First off, I love the word choices here. As a writer, the fortitude, thwart, bestowed, those are some, like, that's comics to me. Because comics like to kind of step out of the comfort zone and use different words. So I really appreciate that. He actually did art for me on the Manny, the Wolf story, which we never got to get off the ground this year like we wanted to, 20. But we're going to go back one day. Martha Schwartz is actually going to take over for that art for going forward with that story. We're going to probably work on it next year. With everything that was going on this year, I wanted her to focus on, what she was focusing on, and then we'd get back to it next year. But he's a great artist.
Is he the one that did the crossover between Manny and Barbara?
No, that was C.B. Zane. The later issue when he's by himself in black and white.
Oh, okay. That
was his work, and I thought he did an excellent job. I look forward to this, and he's doing well. He needs our support, so let's get out there. And I love the word choices here.
Very Stan Lee.
Yeah. When was the last time you heard fortitude for a comic like that? That's pretty cool.
I like thwart. I haven't heard that for a while.
Thwart always sounds dirty to me because my mind goes somewhere completely different. In Previews World right now, January 2/11522, Kevin Joseph's amazing Tart series has a one-shot. It's Tart Soul Searchers. So call up your local comic book shop and get your copy now, as well as Richard Rivera puts the fun back in funnies with Scoot Comics Scout release of Wild Bill and Chipper, code January JN 211525 by Richard Rivera and Dwayne Biddix. And now in demand over on Indiegogo, we have Only Death Can Save Us, a Bronze Age-inspired comic fantasy romp. We have Johnny Phantasm, the action figures, and that was one of my favorite videos. Like, I hope for the awards that have now started, that's right, the Independent Creator Awards are back, and when we do the crowdfunding videos, I hope he puts it up. Everyone who saw that liked it. Remember, Michael, did you see that one? It was like the badass, I think we played it on one of the news. That was cool. And he had action figures. My whole trajectory of my life changed when I saw this crowdfunder. I'm like, we can make action figures? Oh, I have to make them, And Seasons is also on demand with our good friend Nandor Fox Schaefer. Want to make sure I get his name right because that one's a harder one for a dyslexic person. And awesome book. It changes by the season. I think that's really cool. And we have something from Indie. Oh, this was during our holiday thing, but you can still check it out. Indie Planet. Check out Lloyd Arts Comics. Free comic from Comic Book School. Here it is. It's a free PDF download. That's right. There it is. Download it there.
You had a really nice presentation last night.
Thank you. We worked really hard. The comic book title thing. Here you go. Download. Get your copy. Get it out there. This was fun last night, talking about it and then having fun with all of the creators. Buddy was on, Ari was on, Aaron was on. Free comic book, 144 pages. If you want to know more about it, we literally have a 2-hour, 15-minute video going over everything about it. And I want you guys to understand, I'm not even kidding. Let's see if I can look it up here. I was on a panel with Buddy Scalera. You don't know what kind of like absolute journey this is to be part of this for me, to be on something like that. Way back in the day, I was going in a wheelchair. I'm not even kidding with you here. I actually uploaded some older pictures of myself because I had to take these off the other.
Oh, look at babyface Rob.
I look younger, don't I?
You do.
That was before the
Don't
20s.
even tell me. I was going to say, don't tell me that's 19.
So, look at this.
Post it. So I'll give you another slide.
That's Buddy. And here we are at Creator Connection. That's Mike Seeley, my artist. He's up there in the front with me.
So use these to share. Tag each other, tag me. Use those hashtags because those matter. They really do.
And there I am behind the table. I can't tell you.
Those of you who remember when I started doing.
I can't tell you how big of a moment it was to be behind the table, let alone to be part of this project now, the journey that I've been on. I mean, there was literally a point where I was in a wheelchair, and because after I got hurt, let's see if I can show you real quick. There we go. That was it. Look at how thin I was after surgery. Look, I had to be in a wheelchair most of the time. I wasn't at my best. I wasn't healthy. Buddy was one of the few people who never looked at the chair. Like if I tried to stand up, so you know, I could still stand after the surgery. They just wanted me to protect myself, but I had trouble walking. When I'd stand, he'd be like, sit down. And he'd kneel to talk to me. He'd grab a chair to talk to me. And I'll never forget that. So having been on this long journey, that picture's from 2014. So here we are today, and I'm part of something. So
That's awesome.
that's the journey that I've been on. And you guys can be part of that journey now by actually getting yourself a copy of it. And you can see my creative journey, which actually takes into account the fact that I even had an electric scooter at one point for one of the years. And I was driving through Manhattan, cutting people off, giving cab drivers the finger. That's it, guys.
Well, I did want to ask about this, though.
Oh, go.
What's happening in 2021?
We'll tell you in 21.
Ah, come on. No sneaky peeks.
No, we want you to sign up. Today, the registration started. We're going to be talking about, you can join it, you can be part of it, and you can be part of the next wave. I mean, and I said this, and this goes for Continuum too, and I've been with Meredith, and I've even talked to Lanning about this. We have to get the first issue out. When you do something once, after that, they believe you can do it. You have to get the first one out. Huge moment last night when this went out into the public, because it proved, despite what 20 was, look at what we still accomplished. And this was all created within the confines of 20. So this will be probably one of the proudest moments. Meredith has heard me say, I can't meet that night. I have a meeting. Mm-hmm. We're working on something. She heard me complaining about artists that dropped out from my story, because I have a very unique story. I have the creative journey where I use different artists for every page. And it was a nightmare. It was only 8 pages, but I had like 4 artists drop on me.
What?
Well, some of them had family problems with the 20, you know, and yeah, I wasn't going to go back and ask them to join back up, because originally this was supposed to be done in August. We had extended periods of time, and thank God for the extended periods of time. so I didn't have to go out of pocket and pay for it. So one of the things with this is to try to work with other creators without paying for it, because this is free and it's about working together, not for the profit end of it. And I think projects like that are somewhat important. Like I was telling Michael before, as long as there's something that you get back in it, like if no one got paid in this and we all did it working together, that's a huge statement. That shows creation. And this isn't going to be for sale. It is being, notice it's not a commercial product. So, you know, I'm trying to get it in print one day, and that's going to be up to you guys going out there, making some noise about it and telling people about it. Let's break the internet, download this 1 million times so we can prove that it's worth getting into print.
Yep. And for anybody who's listening, make sure you go to comicbookschool.com and do that.
Yeah, it's there. You guys can get to it. It's on our site now. We'll be talking about it for a month. For 1 whole month, every show I'm going to mention it. I'm going to make you bored of hearing about it so much that you download it. Because you're like, all right, Rob, fine. And then once you download it, you're going to come back and be like, hey, do you know this person? Can you connect me with them? Because there's some exciting people in this book and some great work. So I'm very thrilled to be part of it. And I'm thrilled to have gone through an entire year of change on this program. And I'm proud of Michael for what he's done with the way he's anchored these shows and come on. He's done a great job. Meredith, of course, has had one of the best journeys of this year. Despite the year it was, if there was anyone who was a standout for me, like when we get to, I believe we're still doing the rookie for the awards. There's no one who could beat, in my mind, Meredith. And I've watched her journey further than most people got to see it. And I've gotten to see where she started and going, well, why would I want to be part of Comic Book Advocates? Don't you do that? And I'm like, you'll be fine. You hang out with the people anyway. To her now successfully funding a novel that will become comics. So that's a rookie year to me. I'm very proud of her, and I'm proud of everyone who has gotten to this point. It's been a long year, but here we are, still talking about comics. I said it the very beginning of all this nonsense, the great pause, we'd be here at the end of the year talking about comics. That would survive, and we've proven that right. This is I think, Meredith, we don't have anything else scheduled the rest of the year, do we? Yes, that joke. Yes, just 1.5 days left, and I made that joke. Yeah, I'm that guy. I think this is the last official scheduled thing for the year, but we're kicking off the year, right? Aren't we, Meredith?
Oh, yes. Do you want to tell them about that?
It's yours. I'm hosting it, but it's all her idea this week.
Okay, well, Freaky Friday is happening this Friday. I'm very excited about that because one of the genres that I love to write in is erotica as well as horror. Sometimes it's both. You know, but I've got a couple of people that I'm still waiting to hear back from. And we want to talk about, I kind of want to keep it with the adult topic as far as erotica. I think that is not talked about as often without people going, tee hee hee, you're talking about boobies. Okay, it's not about that. The creative process, the writing process, what is okay, where we draw the line, what's a hard no, and all of that. And let's see what happens.
It's a little bit about boobies, though, but it's
a little bit about.
It's not like hee boobies. It's like, you know, I don't know, anywhere but America dealing with sexual, or Saudi Arabia, but you know, we're not going to go down over there.
For me, it's an important topic to talk about because that, you know, it's not a mystery, but people are so uncomfortable about it, and I think it helps not making it uncomfortable when you voice concerns and things like that. And especially, you know, I would love to have a couple people who are romance novelists and say, well, what do you see as the difference between erotica and romance? Because I've seen some pretty hardcore stuff. You know, I've read some pretty hardcore stuff in this book, but it's not labeled as such. You know, so I mean, I think those discussions are important for other people who have that creative journey. And again, it's the same with comic book scripts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Michael, you get the last word of the year. What do you got to say?
Hey, sorry. I just was looking at this comic book anthology, and the first artwork in it just grasped my attention. So I don't have too much to say now. I want to go read. But you can always check me out Facebook and check us out here at Comics Newswire and especially on Fridays. That's when the good-looking ones are on. And so, yeah, and Happy New Year. So see you on the other side.
All right, Meredith, what's your last words for the year?
All right, just everybody have a happy new year. Stay safe, stay productive, be kind, and keep creating. Don't stop.
All right, guys, tens of thousands of views later. Thank you for that. You guys have been here. You've watched the show. Some of you have told me you've grown from it. You're not alone. We'll continue, of course, tonight and tomorrow. I will be on that. But this is the last CNW of the year and Comic Book Advocates of the year. That's it. We've wrapped our season. We'll be back on Tuesday with a brand new show that you guys will be hearing about later today. So check out my page. I'll be making an announcement with the schedule. That's it. We're over. Thank you both for being guests today. And remember, $1 can make dreams come true. So go out there right now, seriously, right after this program, and spend at least $1 on a crowdfunding campaign and help someone's dreams come true.